I'm going to be sharing with you in this video how to shift your identity effortlessly. Absolutely effortlessly, because what I believe that most people do not get, and this is just what I realized in my experience, is that actually shifting your identity is absolutely effortless. It's extremely easy to shift your identity, to shift who you are. I'm going to be sharing with you in this video how that is the case, how that has been my experience, how you can do the same thing in your life and shift into that person that you want to be naturally and effortlessly. Let's talk about that in this video. So if you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that notification bell because I do actually post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, you can book in a single session by hitting the link that's in the description box of this video. It's also going to be in the comments of this video as well. Now, the first thing that I want to share with you, which is what I think most people just don't see, and I want to say that from a place of like as little arrogance as possible. I'm not saying like, oh, I know things and most people don't see it. It's just like, no, like I used to really believe this. And what I think most people believe is that they think that change is difficult. They think that shifting your identity is difficult. I'm going to share with you a perspective that has been very useful for me, and I believe that it's just the truth. And that perspective is that that's not actually, change is not hard. Being stuck is hard, okay? Being stuck in a loop of who you used to be, that is the hard part. Change and becoming something different is a natural and easy part of life. It's a natural and easy part of life. See, what I think that most people don't understand is that when you're stuck on doing an extremely similar kind of thing in some job that maybe you hate, maybe some career path, maybe you know that you want to be something different, right? You know you want to be something, but you're still doing these same things, and you know you're just doing these things that you know you could be something more. You know you can be something different. You know that you can become a different version of yourself and be way more epic and way more awesome. Yet we're in this old way. What I'm inviting you to perhaps open yourself to the possibility is that actually the hard thing to do is not to change. The hard thing to do is to stay stuck in the old way. That's the hard part. When you decide to become something different, then it becomes so much easier because you're like, oh my gosh, you start to open yourself up to the possibility that actually when you change, that's when you start to get into those effortless, that effortless flow. That effortless flow of being a divine being and changing. So I just wanted to start out the video with that powerful understanding that has shifted my life completely, because there's so many years in my life where I was stuck in some loops and I believed it had to be hard and it was difficult and all these belief systems and people are making me feel this way, judgment, victim mentality. And it's like, that was the hard part. That was the most miserable times of my life, is when I was stuck in some loop that I believed I had to be stuck in when I didn't have to be, right? It's kind of like I was sharing with you the other day, the analogy, like when you're wearing hot clothes, when you're wearing a lot of clothes on a hot summer's day, wearing the clothes is difficult. Taking off the clothes is like, oh my gosh, like you can actually breathe again. You can breathe again when you take off the clothes. So think about it. Wearing the clothes is hard. Actually shifting, that's easy. So just want to start the video with that. Now, the second thing that I want to share with you is to pick an identity. Okay, and this is the thing that most people get hung up over, and I'm here to help you with this because this is my biggest problem in my entire life. This was my biggest issue, was making a choice. And the biggest problem that people have, that most people come to me for sessions, or they decide to work with me, is that they're scared to make a choice. They're scared to pick an identity and move forward in a certain direction. They're really scared to to become something different. So, because what if I make the wrong choice, and what if I make the wrong move? And it's like all these different belief systems can come up, right? So here's the solution that I personally found in my life. Is the number 2 is to pick an identity. Okay, and again, I know that this is going to be hard for a lot of people, but this is going to be, trust me, I'm going to make it effortless for you right here, right now, as effortlessly as possible. And again, it is effortless in my belief system. Me personally, I believe, I don't know how it is for other people, I believe that change is effortless, and how I was able to do it was just like this. My number 2, picking an identity and committing to it. Committing to the identity. Now I want to show you how to make it easy in a moment here, because I know that most people's objection is like, well, picking an identity, commitment is hard, right? Committing to something is difficult. No, not committing to something is very difficult. Committing to something is very easy. When you have commitment, when you have dedication, when you have a full commitment in a certain direction, your life becomes very easy. When you're fragmented and you don't know where you're going, and you don't know what decisions to make, and you don't know what you're doing with your life, and you have all these confusions and all, that's the hard part. Now, I'm going to show you how to make it easy, but just stick with me here. So picking an identity and committing to it, that is very easy. I'm going to share with you again how, but that's the first step, is decide who you want to be. Who do you really want to be? What in this moment now, and it could change, but you need to commit to something for now, at least for now. I'm not saying for the rest of your life, of course, maybe having like a 5-10 year vision is useful, but just if that's too much for you, just forget about that for a second. What I encourage you to do is just pick an identity and commit to it. That's the first step, is to decide who you want. What is exciting to you? What is genuinely exciting to you? Who would you like to be more an embodiment of? Oftentimes, the thing that you see in the other, that it's like, gosh, I really wish I could be that. That's your sign. And also jealousy, which is I don't know what happened in society for people. I'm not judging anybody, but I don't know what happened in society for people to get jealous. Like, oh, I see this person and I need to be jealous. It's like, gosh, you do realize, like, most people, like, when you see something that you like in another, there's no reason to be jealous. They're just reflecting to you something that you can embody in your own life. What you see in another is your pointer to show you that you can be that too. Anything that you see in somebody else, you can also be that. So the key is to pick an identity, and a good pointer is what is somebody else showing you something that excites you, right? Pick something that excites you, that allows you to feel excited, right? And oftentimes people feel very excited and they feel very effortless, like, oh, I would love to do it, that feels amazing. But then the part where it feels difficult is when they go, oh, what if I can't do that? Then you feel a little bit less, and then of course those negative thoughts start to happen more and more, right? It's the initial excitement gets people very excited in there, and this excitement is natural. But then when you start thinking about it too much, you start contemplating if it's the right choice, then your vibration goes down. And I'm going to help you how to avoid that completely right now. So once you've decided who you want to be, once you've decided that identity that excites you, which is a natural thing to do, by the way, is to continually be evolving and to choose things that excite you and to become that, to go be it. Once you've done this, which is of course very easy to do that, right? What's exciting to you? What's natural to you? What feels epic? What feels amazing to you? What feels awesome? What you want to do, and this is how you balance the masculine and the feminine energies that I found in my experience, which once you learn to have that fine balance between the intention and the surrender aspects of consciousness, when you learn to balance both intention and surrender, this is when your life is going to completely shift. So what you do once you pick the identity is, this is the final thing in the video, is to trust your feelings and your intuition 100% along the way. 100%. Okay, 100% along the way. See, that's how you balance both the intention and the surrender. You have to decide where you want to go. But then once you know your path, then you can trust how you feel. You can completely trust how you feel. When you know where you're going and you completely surrender into that, you can completely trust your feelings. Anything that feels disresonant to you, don't go there. Don't go there. Do not go in the direction that causes you a disresonance. Now, am I saying that you're not gonna feel resistance? No, I'm not. Resistance is gonna come up, but that's your cue to do something, to shift into something, to get into inspired action, to uplift yourself, to motivate yourself, to get into that higher vibrational frequency and state. And it's simple. That's it. I want to share with you more things in this video. I really want to make it more complicated. I really want to share with you more, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to stop the video and conclude it right there, because the truth is that if I start sharing unnecessary amounts of information, that's when it becomes difficult. I believe that the most simple things in life are the most powerful, and that when we can learn to really bring in the most simple and epic things in life and embody in our being, that's when life becomes effortless. So I encourage you to just keep it simple. Don't just try it. Use this extremely simple and amazing structure in your life and just test it. And I will promise you that if you just try this simple and effortless, this simple and effortless kind of this template that I've laid out for you here, you will shift your identity effortlessly. And with that, I conclude this video. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally and book a single session, you can do so by hitting the link that's in the description box of this video. It's also going to be in the comments of this video as well. As always, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.